Hey, good afternoon. It's Pete from FigLife.com, and today I'm going to look at a variety called Preto. All right, this is my Preto tree. You can see quite a few figs on this. Look at all that big cluster of figs right there. The tree itself is not very large. It's kind of a slow grower, which I think is pretty typical of this variety. This is a Black Madeira type fig tree, but it is putting out a lot of fruit for me. It's in its third year, and I just got a ripe fig off this tree. This is a little smaller than I normally get off this tree, so this is not really typical of this variety. As you can see, there's one ripening right here that I need to put a bag on, and that's a little more typical size. That might be maybe even a little larger than normal, but it does look to be a ripe fig, so it should have the same flavor and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at this fig right here in my hand. Here's the Preto fig. It's pretty typical to have the dark coloring and maybe a little bit of the lighter coloring on top. That seems to be pretty typical. I probably could have left this on there a little bit longer, left it on the tree, but it's probably all right. It's probably ripe. I don't have a lot of experience for ripening this fig, honestly, because it is kind of a late season fig. The only reason I'm getting it this early is, probably because I had this in the greenhouse, and so I was able to give it a bit of a head start. So it's nice to be able to ripen it this early in the season. It's, let's see, August 27th here in Northern Virginia, which is really early to be ripening a Black Madeira type variety here. So happy to get this. Let me go ahead and cut this open and see what we're dealing with. All right, so there it is. Not the most perfect fig, but it does look to be ripe. Looks like, I mean, it looks ripe. It's hard to tell if that's a little bit of spoilage there on the edge or not. Yeah, just hard to tell. I mean, this is not the easiest fig to ripen here in this climate. Black Madeira is kind of the standard as like, you know, the best tasting fig out there. But reality is it can be a little bit difficult to ripen here on the East Coast, both because it's a little bit later season fig, and you know, I think it just likes the drier climate a little bit. But anyway, let me go ahead and try this and see how it tastes. All right, so here it is. This is Preto, which is a Black Madeira type fig. Yeah, I mean, it's got a nice rich berry flavor. And kind of a complex berry flavor. It's got just a really nice taste. That one in particular is not the best fig I've ever had, but maybe that big one that's ripening, maybe I'll leave that on just a little bit longer, and maybe that one will be one of the better tasting ones. But yeah, any Black Madeira type is going to be a good tasting fig if you can ripen it properly. Probably not the easiest fig to ripen. Like that type of fig, probably not the easiest fig to ripen here on the East Coast. But if you're going to get a bunch of figs, you know, it's fun to try Black Madeira, to have a Black Madeira type, if for no other reason than so that you can have that challenge of trying to grow, you know, the best tasting fig out there, to try to get that great flavor from that type of fig. I have personally, I have at least two different Black Madeira types. I have Preto, which I've had for several years, and then I also have Madeira Island Black, which I'm really excited about. I think I had it, I think this is its second year, and I think, yeah, it's got to be second year. But I don't think that I've ever actually gotten figs off that variety. I had it last year, but last year was a lousy season, and I don't think I got any Black Madeira, or Madeira Island Black figs off that tree last year. So this will be the first year I actually try Madeira Island Black, so I'm excited about that. But Preto is a good fig. Oh, you know what? I also have Ishia Black. I have that fig as well. And Ishia Black actually, you know, I think it's considered a Black Madeira type, but for whatever reason, I seem to be able to ripen more figs off Ishia Black than I am off of Preto. So I don't know why that is. You know, supposedly they're both that same type of fig, but yeah. So those are the 3 Black Madeira types that I have, and definitely worth considering getting one if you're getting a bunch of different figs and you want to try one, or if you're in a drier climate. If you're in a drier climate, especially like California or something, I mean, it's supposed to be like the best fig out there. So definitely get it in that case. Yeah, so that's Preto. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe. Check out my website, FigLife.com. Thanks.